Teacher, shall I begin?
Yes, yes. Begin.
Thank you, teacher. I, Archana Joy, GHSS Nayada, I am signing in. Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Guest of today, the dignitaries, and my dear student friends. Good evening. I would like to welcome you all to this session of SESE. SESE is a program mainly intended to ensure the maximum exposure to all students in English language through a virtual program. Let's begin with invoking God the Almighty to help this gathering a valuable one. I invite Tia Dev of St. Chrysostom's Mellimude for prayer. Tia.
Oh my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy powers throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Thank you, dear, for a nice prayer. Now it is time of a warm greeting to this meet. I invite Sharon M. Dixon of Vimala Hridaya HS Virali. Sharon, please.
A warm and pleasant good evening to one and all gathered here for the SESE program. Honorable Chief Guest, respected Sir K. Deva Pradeep, one of the Honorable Chief Guests, respecting Ma'am Dr. P. Deva, Lisha Ma'am, Senator Ma'am, and my dear friends. On this joyous occasion, we are happy to have two eminent persons, Sri K. Deva Pradeep Sir and respected Ma'am Dr. P. Deva as our Chief Guest. Sri K. Deva Pradeep Sir, Assistant Educational Officer, a true well-wisher of students, an honest educational officer. He is also an educationalist and an excellent teacher. On behalf of SESE, I extend a hearty welcome to you in this virtual meet. Welcome, sir. Respecting Ma'am Dr. P.
Thank you,
Deva,
thank you.
Respected Ma'am Dr. P. Deva, she is Associate Professor of English at NISH, Kumaracoil. Dedicated and proud of NISH, she is an excellent faculty who knows English in and out. On behalf of SESE, I gladly welcome you to this function. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. The one who acts as a pillar of support and strength with a clear vision and passion is our respected teacher. It's my pleasure to bid a genuine welcome to Lisha ma'am and Sudha ma'am and to every teaching faculty present here.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to welcome Arsena Zoy. She is an excellent anchor. She is well known for her job. On behalf of SESE, I welcome you to this function. Next, I would like to welcome Dia Day from St. Chrysostom's Nellymood School, who sang a beautiful prayer song. Your prayer song was an enchanting one. On behalf of SESE, I gladly welcome you to this function. Dear friends, today we are going to meet an excellent singer, Fagi SB, who is going to present a festive song for us about Onam. To make this function more delightful, Fagi SB is going to present the beautiful song. Hope you're going to rock the stage. I welcome you on behalf of SESE. I would like to invite Bhumika M. from St. Matthew's HS for you. I hope you are going to perform a wonderful speech for us. I extend a hearty welcome to you in this virtual meet. We believe together we can achieve more. Once again, I am welcoming everyone to this function. Let me wind up and thank you all.
Thank you, Dia, for an affectionate welcome. Now, let me invite Mrs. Lisha S. Tapas, DRG English, to introduce the program. Ma'am, please.
Yeah, yes. Good evening. A very warm good evening to you all. Respected AO Sri Deva Pradeep sir, and my dearest and close friend Dr. Deepa, and my dear friends and my dear and beloved students. This is a program. This is just for my dearest beloved students. And here we are organizing a program for our students to learn, enjoy, and you should create an interest to English language learning process because English is language, as we all know, the world is speaking. So here we go with our fourth episode of SESE, and this is a program and it is organized by District Education Office Neyatingara, that is DU Neyatingara for our beloved students. So we are moving on. So thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, thank you, ma'am. Now it's time to inaugural address by Sri K. Deva Pradeep, Assistant Educational Officer, Parshala. Sir, please.
ഓക്കെ, ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹവും ബഹുമാനവും നിറഞ്ഞ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് DRGയും മറ്റ് ഇതിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന ഓരോരുത്തരും ആരെന്ന് എനിക്ക് വ്യക്തമല്ല, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞത്. എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ സ്നേഹവന്ദനം. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യുന്നതിന്റെ ഒരു കുറവ് എനിക്ക് ഉണ്ടെന്നുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് നിങ്ങളോട് സംസാരിക്കാതെ മലയാളത്തിൽ തന്നെ തുടരുന്നതിനൊരു കാരണം. ഞാൻ പഠിച്ചു തുടങ്ങിയ സമയത്ത് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ലാംഗ്വേജിനോട് കാണിച്ച ഒരു വിരക്തി, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ അതിനോട് കൈവന്ന ഒരു വിരക്തിയുടെ കാരണമാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ നിന്ന് പിന്മാറി സംസാരിക്കുവാനുള്ള ഒരു കഴിവില്ലായ്മ ആയി തീർന്നത്. ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാവർക്കും, നമ്മളെ തൊട്ടടുത്ത സംസ്ഥാനമായ തമിഴ്നാട്ടില് നമ്മൾ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാകുന്നു, അവര് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ എന്നോടൊപ്പം ഞാൻ തമിഴ്നാട്ടിൽ പഠിച്ച BEd പഠിച്ച ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണ്. അപ്പൊ എന്നോടൊപ്പം ഉള്ളവരൊക്കെ വളരെ വ്യക്തമായിട്ട് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് പറ്റാത്ത ഒരു സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ മാറി നിൽക്കുന്ന സാഹചര്യങ്ങൾ പലതും ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്. എനിക്ക് ഇതിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന കുട്ടികളോട് പറയുവാനുള്ളത്, ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ പഠിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാനുള്ള കഴിവ് ആർജിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമുക്ക് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ നേടിയെടുക്കേണ്ടത്. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് നേരത്തെ സൂചിപ്പിച്ചതുപോലെ ലോകത്തിന്റെ ഏത് ഭാഗത്ത് ചെന്നാലും നമുക്ക് സംസാരിക്കുവാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു ഭാഷയാണ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ലോകത്തിന്റെ ജന്നാലയായിട്ടാണ് കരുതപ്പെടുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠനം വളരെ സുഗമമായി തീരുവാൻ ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാം സഹായിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് മാത്രം ഞാൻ ഈ സമയത്ത് ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. എല്ലാ കുട്ടികളും, ഇതിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന എല്ലാ കുട്ടികൾക്കും ഇത് നല്ലൊരു പ്രയോജനമുള്ള ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാമായി തീരട്ടെ. എല്ലാ ആശംസകളും ഈ സമയത്ത് ഞാൻ അറിയിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഔപചാരികതയുടെ പേരിൽ ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാം ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്തതായി അറിയിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you, sir. Now, this is time for us to enjoy a beautiful festive song by Bhagya SB of Government VHSS Parshala. Bhagya, please. Bhagya.
Continue.
Yes, ma'am. This is the moment we are all blessed with the presence of our most honorable chief guest, Dr. Deepa ma'am. We are all with high expectation waiting to listen, ma'am, who is an inspiring teacher, and I'm sure every single word of her on reading will enrich and enlighten us students. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, everyone, for your nice welcome address, and a special thanks to my friend Lisha for giving a chance to meet you all in this beautiful evening session. I hope you can hear my voice, right? Hello, students.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Switch on your camera, okay, so that I can able to see you people, right? Switch on your camera. And any doubt you have, you can ask, and you can interact. Whenever I ask the questions, try to say answer. You shouldn't think whether it is right or wrong. Whatever you know, just pass your answer. Okay. Otherwise, you feel very boredom of listening. Continuously for 1 hour, right? Anyway, so once again, I thank everyone. And today we are going to see the topic that is so as you people know well about this important skill, reading, right? Hope that you have been listening, listening, I mean speaking, yes. And the third one is reading. So you know the four important skills. I think you people know the four important skills, right? In which this reading skills comes at the third place. SW, speaking, reading, writing. So between these two speaking skills and writing skills, we can see reading skills. Okay, and also I would like to start this session with a beautiful quote of Francis Bacon. Do you know, children, who is Francis Bacon? Have you heard this name, Francis Bacon? Anyone? Yes? Any guess? So Francis Bacon is a very popular English essayist. Okay, and he has written different essays, and there is one of his essays called Of Studies. Okay, most of his essays, it starts with of, in which one of his essays called Of Studies, he has mentioned one beautiful line about this, LSRW, that is reading make a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. So hope you can understand the meaning of this quote uttered by Francis Bacon, the essayist of Francis Bacon. Right? So from this quote itself, it is very clear how much reading skills is important in our day-to-day life. Okay. So these four skills comes under English language teaching. Okay. In we call that as an ELT, English language teaching, ELT. Right. So what is actually reading skills? So reading is a skill or activity of getting information from book. Is it not? So daily we people are reading. For what purpose that we are reading? Yes, most of the children are reading for scoring more marks, right? And the rest of the children for hobbies they can read. Right? So we can divide that into two different sections. That for scoring marks. So while when you are concentrating for more marks, we just read and we mug up. That's it. We never enjoy that. But when it comes to reading skills, you have to enjoy. Enjoy reading. It gives more pleasure. It gives more delight. Okay. And apart from that, what are all the other benefits of reading? Yes, apart from pleasure, what are the other benefits of reading? Actually, without our knowledge, we can get more benefits. What are the benefits as we people are reading, right? From the, KG till now, that daily we are reading different sort of books, is it not? And what are the other benefits that we can get? One is, with our knowledge, our vocabulary can be enhanced, right? Our knowledge can be developed. And the next thing here it improves our memory power, right? And the main thing that I wanted to say, by reading, the what, right? We can learn words, we can learn what is it, and choice. You also all together, I can say reduce our trust. Right? When you start reading, hope you can accept all these things, is it not? So as I said, that is vocabulary. Right? When we are reading, so just I'll give an example. In the school, as you're all the school children, okay, what is the instruction that you can get it from the teacher? Teacher instruct you if you wanted to develop your communication skills. Read newspaper, Okay, if you wanted to develop your language skills, just read magazines, look into the news, different books. These are all the common instruction that the children gather in. Because my children follow that. Do you follow all the instruction what your teacher has given in the class, students? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes.
I think you're all a good
Yes, ma'am.
children. Can obey the words of the teacher. So you're all a good children. So no need to give any sort of examples for you all. Am I right? Yes? So according to me, when the children ask me such question, ma'am, how can we develop our communication skills? Obviously, I too can say that just to read English newspaper. This is the first instruction what teacher has given in the class, right? And after 2 or 3 days, when I ask the same question to my student, he can say, no, ma'am, I didn't. I can ask, have you read the newspaper? And he said, no, ma'am. And immediately I can ask why. As you said you wanted to improve your communication skills, but you said that you are not interested to read English newspaper. Why? Immediately he can give a reply, ma'am, I couldn't understand anything. Right? So I can accept this. This is the first answer what he has given. But what he said is absolutely right, absolutely true. Because, for example, when you just take the Hindu newspaper. Okay, so what do you people will do? You'll just take the newspaper and read the first headlines, right? And do you think that you can understand the meaning on all of a sudden? Yes, when you read a newspaper, right, when you read the title of the newspaper or headlines of the newspaper, my question is, do you understand the meaning, children? Yes? Open your, tell me, perhaps, yes? First, you just go through the, yes, some can, right? I can divide that into 2 different categories. So some students can understand the title in the reading itself. And some didn't. What will do? They'll move to the next news. The next news. Right? Just keep and any time and Krishna, if you want to develop your vocabulary, if you wanted to enhance your language skills, what you do? First you read one and read it twice. If you feel little difficult to understand,
Excuse me, Deepa ma'am. Sorry to interfere. Sometimes the sound is breaking. Voice is breaking.
how students, same you can feel. Hello, can you hear my voice now?
Yes,
Can you
teacher.
hear my voice now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, madam. Yes, ma'am.
If you have any disturbance, okay, then try and level best to adjust, right? Okay, students? Yes. Are you listening? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. So now, what I'm trying to say here it is, if you feel like any title or any word, you couldn't understand any word from the newspaper, do one thing, just refer the dictionary. Okay? Just refer the dictionary so that you can able to understand the meaning, and moreover, you can what? Learn a new word. Right? This is yet another interesting as well as the easiest way to enhance your communication skills. Clear with my points? Okay. And the next thing here is, you can ask, what sort of books? Can we read all the books to develop our language skills? So my advice to you here it is, don't read all the books, don't read the bulky books, don't read novels from the beginning itself, don't read dramas from the beginning itself. Okay, just to start small short stories. Read a small short stories first. Okay, simple short stories. When you go and search books, you can get books which contains more stories, small stories. Okay, start concentrating on a small stories first of all. Let us my point here. Okay, that really supports you to enhance your language skills. That really helps you to develop your language skills. Okay, and then small, first you start with the small stories. Sometimes the story which takes 4 pages or 5 pages. First it is enough, read it. And the next thing here it is, if you feel it is difficult of understanding such a sort of books, just to skip that and read the other books, you feel more easier. Okay. The first thing here is read the book and understand the meaning. If you feel comfortable, continue that. Okay, that will practice this daily. But you are not at all practicing. That is the thing. You just read one day and have a gap, and after 1 month, you just continue the other story. Or, for example, if you started reading short stories, it is sometimes 6 pages. What you people will do now? You just read 2 pages. Then again a gap. Then 3 and 4 pages, again gap. The last 2 pages. So that you just lost the continuity. Okay, so choosing a book is much, much essential. If you wanted to enhance your communication skills, if you wanted to develop your reading habit, okay, you have to take step for that. Let us read a short stories first of all. Select your books and look into the books. If you feel easier, just pick the book and start reading a short story. Okay, and always you have to maintain one notebook for that. This is my humble request. Okay, just maintain one notebook. Whenever you are reading, if you feel that some words which is difficult to understand, underline that word and write that word in a notebook and refer that word in the dictionary. Find out the meaning of the particular word and write that word in the notebook. Okay, but most of the students are not doing that. They just started reading. After 5 lines, they couldn't understand the next 2 lines, and immediately they just close the notebook, close the book, and they will move. They never continue that. Clear is my point, children. Okay, so just maintain one notebook and write all the words. Write the meaning of that words. Okay, so that you can remember all the words. Whenever you just turn over that page, you can look into that word and memorize, understand the meaning of the particular word, and try to make use of all these words in our communication. When you are speaking with others, when you are talking in English with others, try to make use of the words that you have mentioned in your notebook. This is also yet another method to develop your communication skills. Clear with my points, children? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Do you all
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a habit of reading books first of all? Yes, do you all have the habit of reading books? What sort of books you
Yes, of course,
what
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
what sort of books that you people like to read?
Short stories.
Story books.
Novels, ma'am.
Mostly fiction.
Okay. Novels, short stories, all these. Okay. Even dramas you can read, poems you can read. Interesting poems are there. Try to read it. Okay, because this is the right stage for you. Whatever you can read, you just grasp it on your mind. And moreover, learn all these new words, all the vocabularies, whatever that you can, come across while reading, and make use of all these words in your communication. Okay, if you wanted to enhance your language skills in a stronger manner, try to make use of all the words, whatever you people have noted in your notebook. So that I just instructed you just to make a note of that. Clear with my point, children? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. That's a good habit. Keep going, right? And it improves your knowledge. Okay, and then as I said earlier, that it improves your memory power. And the most, if you feel little disturbed or stress, okay, just take a book, right? Read the book. That gives more happiness. That gives pleasure, and moreover, that reduces your stress also. Okay, if you feel completely upset, fed up, or if you have any fight with your siblings and all, okay, don't see the mobile and waste the time. Okay, don't quarrel with your parents and waste your time. Instead, just take the book, read the books. Definitely, you will come out of all this stress and all. You will be energetic. Clear the point, students. Okay. Though this reading skills, which comes as the third place, I can say this is the backbone of other three skills. Either it is a listening, or it is speaking, or it is writing. Okay. So generally, when you children used to watch the, what is it, any speech of any great personalities, from that itself, is it not? For example, any motivational speech. Okay, as you're all using mobile now, you might have seen different videos and all in your mobile, in your WhatsApp. This is not different motivational speech that you people can you people can see, right? You can hear. So how can you judge it? How can you judge it? Yes, how can you judge that speaker? How can you say he's good and his speech is not much good? That is my question. Only by the way that the speaker have used the vocabulary, right? The message, how they convey that message. Are you clear with my point, children? Yes. So when you are listening to a speaker, we can comment. We couldn't understand anything. It is very tough. We can say. So immediately we entered. We jumped into the another speech. Okay. And if you understand the second person's speech, immediately you can listen to that continuously without changing the channel, without changing your picture, without changing that video. Understand? So why we like to the first and why we are not supposed to like the second reason here it is the way that they express. Okay, and the person those who are having a good reading skill, the person who are supposed to have a good reading ability that can be expressed through their words itself. Are you clear with my point, children? Yes, we can say, no, oh, I think his pronunciation is very interesting. No, he just used very standard words, right? I think he's having a good reading ability. So we can use such a statement. When you're talking with others, we just stress that I think he's having a reading, habit, so that he just used different vocabularies. Are you clear with my point, children? Okay, so this is reading, skill is a very, very important skill, and try to learn even from today itself. If it doesn't have such a habit to you, try to learn that habit from today itself, because in future, definitely that supports you for other three skills. Either it is speaking skills, or it is listening skills, or it is writing skills. Your writing style has completely changed. If you have a reading talent, if you have a reading ability, your writing skills can be changed. There is no doubt in that. You can, without your knowledge, you people can create a beautiful sentence with excellent vocabulary, with excellent words. Right? Now we do not know. We just take reading as a habit. That's it. But only in future, in your written language, that can be exposed. Clear with my point, children? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
That's
Yes.
all the activity. So I think you just pick according to your learn this habit. Okay, inculcate this habit. Definitely, you will be a very good speaker in future, no doubt. Right? And move on to the next one. What are all the activities? If you couldn't understand right? So very many activities are there. If you feel just reading a story or reading novels or reading dramas or reading poems, if you feel boredom of all these things, okay, you can see different sort of activities are also there, different games are there, different pictures are there. Okay, even role plays and all, you people can enact it on the stage. Okay, group discussion, you just take all the activities, either it is group discussion, either it is role play, right? Or we can take what is it, either it is oral presentation, any topic. For all these for whatever may be the activity, if we have a good talent in these skills, that really helps you when you are participating in different sort of activities. For example, elocution competition, just take it because you are all a school children, right? In your school you might have participated in different sort of competitions, either essay competition, just take essay competitions, or you just take elocution competitions, speeches. Okay, so when you just see the winner in the speech competition or winner in the elocution competition, or you just take group discussion, any activities for that matter, which is the role, I mean, which is the main thing here, your skull, ls or w all together. Okay, so again, I'm telling, if you are, talented in reading, if you are well talented in writing, if you are well talented in speaking, be proved in an activity. How can they judge that he is the first, he will score the first mark or he'll score the second mark in essay writing and all? The way that we have to express our, right? The way, how can we express our ideas? If we have some knowledge, if we have the technique of using, the sentence, then only we can attract the evaluators. Clear with my point, children? Okay. So some students, even I too can value different papers. How can I come to the conclusion? When I just looked into the paper, some paper impressed me a lot because they just start with the quote itself. How can they start with the quote? How did the children know this quote? Only by reading, right? They keep on reading so that they can store some beautiful quote on their mind, and that quote will help at the time of writing what? Okay, okay, sure. So that really helps. That really helps the children what? To write such a quote in an essay competition or in an elocution competition, etc. Clear with my point, children? Okay, so because you're all the school children, so I think you're all participating. Competitions like essay, group discussion, right? And elocution, etc. So this really helps you people to get what? More marks in essay, and also get good name in other competitions. So hope you all know the group discussion. Is it not what is group discussion? What is group discussion, children? Yes? Group discussion. What is the meaning of that? What is group discussion? All together?
Something with all together part.
Yes. For example, there are 13 number. Okay, they just divide that into two different groups. They will give a topic. The teacher will give a topic to the students, and to a single topic to our students, and ask them to discuss among themselves. Okay, so if you have the habit of reading, right, really, that really helps you to share more points in your group. Okay, dividing your class into two different segments, two different groups, and giving a single topic, and you have to argue among yourself. See, if he doesn't know anything, you can't argue anything. You have to be just a passive listener, sitting simply and observing others, right? And if we also feel a little hesitate to, some students or some children, they hesitate to share their points in a group. Okay, so how can you come out all these things? How can you come out the inhibitions? How can we come out from those hesitations, from shyness and all, from fear and all. Okay, if we have some ideas on your hand, yes, if you have, how can we develop such ideas? By just watching videos or YouTube, you can develop your ideas, children.
No,
We definitely we can't. Just by reading and
Yes, teacher.
storing that in your mind. That is also important. Don't read and forget. That is not my point. Okay. Don't read and reading more and forget everything. No use at all. Whatever you just read it, you just store it. Okay, and if you, if any lines or any quotations, any captions, if it impressed you a lot, just to save it on your mind. That really helps you when you participate in any activities in your class. Okay, because in the future, when you just entering into after school, college and all, the teaching method itself is completely different, right? Nowadays it's teacher center, but after that student center. Teacher will give a topic to you and you have to speak your words and ideas. Clear with my point, students? The methodology itself is completely different. So if you have some stuff on your hand, you can expose that on your class. So that try to learn such a habit now itself. Clear with my point, children? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And also, and also now as you are all listening, different poems and all. In your syllabus, this is not in your subject in English. You might have listened to different poems taken by your class teacher, by your English or concerned teacher. So remember that quote and all. If you like any quote, just to store it or you just write it or put a separate notebook for that. Okay, and just make a note of the children. Again, I'm telling, if you have noted all these things now, if you develop such a habit now, definitely in future that will comes with you. That will support you. Okay, either in competitions or when you participated in activities and all, that really helps you to enhance your communication skills. Not only your speaking skills, not only your writing skills, all together, all these four skills together is equal to your communication skills. Okay, you can enhance your communication skills when the stage goes one after another. Now, when you're entering into the ninth standard or the ninth standards, when ninth standard students, when they entering into a 10th standard, even you can feel yourself, okay, I can improve something, I can get it something, I have some confidence. So you have to enhance it. No one can push you and no one can ask you to do all these things. Remember that, because now you are not a small kids, right? You are in different standards. And when you will grown up, no one can support you. Don't think that your friend will help you. Never. No one can help you. If you wanted to develop your skills, you have to improve by yourself by reading different books as well as different and involving into different activities. Okay, clear is the point, children? And you can ask, ma'am, even when I just read it, I didn't get it. What can I do? Do one thing, read it twice. Read the same book twice. For example, if you have started reading that today, you feel you couldn't understand anything, just after 1 week, you just go through that, read it again, and always have the dictionary on your hand. If you wanted to enhance your English language, if you wanted to develop your or enrich your English vocabulary, my advice to you people here is try to refer dictionaries. Okay, nowadays your job is very simple, no? If you just type it in the mobile, you can get multiple meanings. On the time, it is not like that. We have that Oxford dictionary on our hand, right? You always used to refer that dictionary. Even if you wanted to refer a single word, it just take more than 10 to 15 minutes. But nowadays it's not like that. Your job is very simple. You have a Google or mobile on your hand. When you just type it, you will get multiple meanings. Yes, but that is the problem, that you are not what, taking effort, right, to learn new words. So learn maximum words, children. Now you will get a beautiful platform. Okay, learn the maximum words and try to make use of all these words in your communication. Only then you can use a beautiful vocabulary. That is one thing. Okay, and reread it. Read it again, and again, many times. Okay, if you couldn't get it, just read it twice. If you couldn't get it, at least read it thrice continuously. Okay, make a note of that. That really supports you. Okay, clear with my point, children? Yes, whatever I said so far, very clear? Gopik, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Gopik, clear? Yes. Okay. Right. So now I'll just tell you some. I'll suggest some books and all. Okay, that is much useful to you in future. It seems not a very difficult books I have taken. Only very simple as well as a very easy book. I just make a note of that if you need. Okay, one is the title of the book here. It is, as I said earlier, I'll just start with that only. It is Francis Bacon's essay. I told you, no, who is Francis Bacon, Gopika? What I told you in the beginning, who is he? Yes, Gopika. Who is Francis Bacon, I said? Very good. Essays. That's right. So, Gopika, I'm asking this question to you, but you're not opening your mouth. Yes, because I can see Gopika here. Anyway. So, yes, essayist, I said, okay? So, if you get time, read the book of studies. Make a note of that, children, in your notebook. If you have a notebook on your hand, make a note of that. We call his essays as aphoristic essay, APHORISTIC. Okay, the title of the book is Of Studies. This is an essay. Okay, of studies. Of studies is the name of an essay. And Francis Bacon, I told you, he's an essayist, very popular essayist in English literature. And his essays, we call that as an aphoristic essays. Okay, aphoristic. What is an aphoristic, children? Any idea? Any guess? Any idea? No idea, no guess. Yes, anybody? Anybody in this group? No. Okay. Aphoristic, it means very short, concise, we can say. CONCISE, concise. Okay. Actually, have you heard Thiruvalluvar, students? Thiruvalluvar?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Who is he? Who is he? Who is Thiruvalluvar, children?
A Tamil poet. Tamil poet. Tamil poet.
Right. Good. Yes, good, very good. So he is a Tamil poet. He wrote Tirukkural, is it not? So just now I told you Francis Bacon, an English essayist. Actually, we can compare this Francis Bacon, English essayist, with this Thiruvalluvar. Do you know why? Why we can compare this writer with Thiruvalluvar? Any guess? Any guess, students? Yes? Just now I told you his style, we called it as an aphoristic essay. Is it not? Aphoristic means concise, I said. Concise means short. Okay, very short. So, did you see Thiruvalluvar's, poem Tirukkural?
Yeah. Yes, madam.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. 2 lines. Okay, he has written just 2 lines, but it conveys maximum meaning and maximum messages. Right? The same how we call Thiruvalluvar poems which gives more messages. The same Francis Bacon in English literature. His essays are very short. he has written only a very short essay. It just contains, 20 or 25 lines. That's it. But the message he just conveys very many messages, more messages. Okay, lines are short, but messages are more. So that we can compare the writer Francis Bacon with the Tamil poet, that is Thiruvalluvar. Understand, children? Don't forget this information. Okay, got my point? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. So the next thing here it is. This is yet another suggestion. The next writer, that is Robin Sharma. Have you heard this writer, Robin Sharma, children? Have you heard Robin Sharma? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Oh, okay. So just make a note of that. If time permits, just read the works of Robin Sharma. He is actually a motivational speaker, and his book called Discover Your Destiny.
He's a Canadian.
Yes. Yes, Canadian. His book is Discover. Yes, Discover
Canadian
Your
writer.
Destiny.
Right.
Yes. His title of his book is Discover Your Destiny. In this book, he has mentioned a beautiful line. I'll just read it to listen to that, children. We are all here for some special reason. Stop being a prisoner of your past. Become the architect of your future. Okay. So this is the quote that we can see in Robin Sharma's book. So if time permits, just read his book also. He's a motivational speaker, and all his books which gives more messages. Okay. And the next thing here it is Shiv Khera. He's also very popular, then author along with the motivational speaker. Shiv Shivkhera. And his name of the book is You Can Win. So no need to explain the meaning of this book, is it not? Meaning is there in the title itself. You can win. So in this book, he just pointed a beautiful quote. I hope you might have heard this, children. In that quote here it is. Winners don't do different things. They do things differently. Have you heard this line?
Yes, ma'am. I have heard.
So many
Yes,
places-
ma'am. Madam.
Okay, good. In very many places, we might have seen this line. Okay, and if time permits, try to read this book also. The title of the book is, as you are all children, so school children, so that this really helps you. You Can Win. Okay, by Shiv Khera. Okay, so I'll just suggest two more books. After that, I'll put a full stop and I'll give chance to you for interaction. Okay, children. And the next thing here it is Robert Frost poem. Okay, that is Robert Frost. Who is Robert Frost? Have you studied? Who is Robert Frost?
Who's the poet?
Teacher.
Yeah.
His famous lines are miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I.
Yes, beautiful. Good. And he's an which poet? American poet. American poet. Robert Frost is an American poet, and his poems, as what she said, a very popular poem that is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Okay, you just read that a poem that gives more ideas. Okay, and also that helps you to gather more information for our day-to-day life. That is one thing. And the next thing here it is The Road Not Taken. That was also written by the same writer, that is Robert Frost. If time permits, read that also. Okay, and I'll just suggest one more, that is Short Stories of R.K. Narayan. He's an Indian writer. Okay, so if you have time, just collect the short stories of R.K. Narayan and read the short stories also. And one of his short stories is Swami and Friends. Okay, just read that also. So more books I have mentioned, children. I think this book is enough, as we have only 10 minutes or 15 minutes to wind up the session. So that I'll just put a full stop till this. Okay, and hope it is beneficial for you. Okay, I think you have make a note of all these things, whatever I have suggested so far. Okay, and if you have any questions or interactions, you can ask me. And thank you all for listening to the session, children. Is any questions, any interactions, you can ask.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
My name is Devayani from Government Girls High Secondary School, Neachingara.
Devyani.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Ma'am, may I know what are the essentials for good communication in English?
Essential.
Essentials for good communication in English?
The first thing is, if you wanted to communicate in a good manner, my advice to you is you have to practice, practice, and practice. Practice makes a man perfect. Hope you know this, right? And when you just the major reason of most of the students here it is they have fear, they have shyness, they are not speaking freely with their friends too because they always feel themselves like they are committing mistakes. So try to come out from all these things. Either it is a good English or a bad English. Try to speak. Okay, speak, and keep on speaking in English. Definitely, in one stage, you will be a good speaker. There is no doubt in that. And nowadays, you have different sort of sources. Everything is in your hand itself. If you wanted to see even news, or if you wanted to see any quotations, everything that you can look into that in your mobile itself. Okay, that is a very good media to enhance your communication skills. Okay, so practice, and keep on practice. Read magazines and read newspapers. Nowadays, more magazines are there with simple English. Okay, you should not enter into a standard English and all. Just simple English itself, it's enough. Understand? So practice it definitely would be the good speaker in future. There is no doubt. Okay, Devyani?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Madam.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Yes, madam. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.
Madam, I want to interact.
Thank you, ma'am.
My name is Rashmi. Yes, I am studying in 10th standard in Yumla Hridaya High School, Raleigh. I got national level. Can you hear?
I can. You proceed, Rashmi. I can.
I got national level talents per exam and 25,000
Beautiful.
scholarship. And
Beautiful.
certificate signed by ISRO chairman.
Wow. Wonderful, Rashmi. You
I
have to
got
give
seven certificates. Thanks, madam. I got seven
Beautiful.
certificates from World Health Organization and United Nations
Superb.
and 7 badges.
Okay.
And I also
You are
get
Rashmi, you are at 9th standard?
10th standard, madam. 10th standard.
10th standard. Okay. Proceed.
And I got national level PTB exam scholarship and award certificates. And I participated in EFSET exam and I get a CU in advanced position 70 out of 100. It is an international
Amazing.
exam.
Wonderful, Rashmi. You are rocking. Keep going, okay?
Thanks, madam.
Keep going with the same spirit. Definitely you will touch your goal in future, no doubt. Okay, Rashmi?
Okay, madam. Thanks.
Very good. My hearty congratulations.
Teacher,
Thanks.
Yes. Okay, welcome. Yes?
Teacher, I am Asna JS from St. Chrysostom's DHS Nallamur.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, proceed, Anjana.
Teacher, what did you think about writing?
Think about writing.
Yes, ma'am.
Writing skill you are asking. That is a very, very important skill, as we can say L, S, or W, Anjana. So, writing, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Is it not? So, if you have a good reading habit, that's what I told you, no, in my speech itself. If you have a good reading habit, that can be exposed in your writing skill itself. Okay, so that is a reading is a much essential skill for you, and if you keep on reading and if you gather more knowledge and information, that can be exposed, can be reflected in your writing skills. Right? Anjana?
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Yes, any other
Teacher, may,
questions, children from your side? Hello?
teacher, may I?
Sorry? Hello?
Hello, may I?
Yes, you can.
Teacher, how can we use English in our daily life?
In our daily life. See,
Yes,
you
teacher.
have more sources. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. In your daily life, you have to speak. You should not speak only your mother tongue. Okay, whenever you get chance, you have to speak even in your school with your friends. Daily, you people can call your friend and you can talk over phone, right? At least, instead of speaking in your mother tongue, just change that and try to speak it in English. Because you're talking with a friend, that is a starting stage for you. Is it not? You should not shy. You should not be embarrassed. You just to speak casually with your friend, right? Then only you can able to develop your communication skills. First, you come out of the tension, come out of the fear, come out of all the inhibitions. Okay, so if you just talk freely with your friends, if you just talk freely with your neighbors in the same stage, then only you can speak with the teachers and all. And in your school also, you can speak in English with your classmates, with your teachers. Okay, so the only thing here it is practice is very much essential. If you practice daily, definitely you can do. There is no doubt, children. Everything is in our hand. How we plant, you know. Got it? Yes, children, any other questions? Is running short of time?
Can I question?
Yes,
Teacher?
yes.
Teacher, I am Annie BR. I am studying in GHS Kangirangulam. Teacher, what do you
Okay.
think about writing short stories and poem?
Writing short stories. You mean asking how to write short stories?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
didn't get it. Can you repeat your question, Annie?
Ma'am, how can I improve my writing skills in short stories?
Writing skills in short stories. I mean, you're interested to write short stories.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good, Annie. That's a very good interest. Try to enhance your interest. Okay, the only thing here it is, Annie, just read different short stories by different writers. Okay, while you are reading different short stories, definitely you can collect some sort of information from that because you are the beginner, right? There are very many experienced writers out there. Try to collect, search it in your net and try to collect all the books first of all and go through all the books, and from that definitely you can get some idea so that you can write, and don't copy from any one writer. You just write it by your own style. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
all the very best.
May I, ma'am?
Any short story writer, all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You as a short story writer in future. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
good. That's a good thing.
Good evening,
Anyway.
ma'am. May
Yes,
I?
good evening. Yes, yes.
I'm Stephania from St. Matthew's High School.
Yes, proceed.
As a student, I have a request that if you provide a special period in the timetable for the communication of English, as like the drawing period, it will be more helpful for us.
Definitely, definitely. Yes. So you have to convey this message to your class teacher. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, definitely. What you said is right. Or else they have to add, one more hour, right? And that hour is meant for the children to enhance their communication skills. Yes? Convey this to your teacher.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you.
Ma'am, I'm Devika. Ma'am, I'm Devika from Government D and HSS Plateau.
Yes, Devika, proceed. I can hear.
Please, sir, can you give some suggestions to enhance our pronunciation capacity in English?
Pronunciation. Okay, that's a good question. Pronunciation, I think you might have heard the term called phonetics. Have you? Phonetics?
Yes.
Study of sound. That is what we call as in phonetics. Okay. You first look into that. Some symbols are there in phonetics. There are 44 symbols are there in phonetics. Okay. You just go through when you enter into the 11th standard and 11th, 12th or after 12th standard and all, definitely there is a syllabus called phonetics, or we call that as in phonemes. That is nothing but study of speech sound, how we pronounce the sound. Okay. You first look into all the symbols and listen to the pronunciation of other speaker and try to learn such pronunciation. Okay, because we have a pronunciation dictionary. By the dictionary, look into all the symbols, look into the dictionary and practice it by yourself so that you can develop your pronunciation.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, pronunciation is very much essential as far as communication skills are concerned, children. Okay, anyway, good question.
Okay, ma'am.
Then any other? Running short of time, it seems. Any other questions? Shall we wind up?
Ma'am, can I ask you one more question?
Yeah, definitely, with pleasure.
Ma'am, actually know that English is a global language. What are the other advantages of studying English language?
Other advantages. There are very many advantages are there. Very many advantages are there. Wherever you go, if you do not know the particular country's mother tongue, you can speak English. Wherever you go, that really helps you. And nowadays, in any, when you attend any interview, right? The first thing is they just to check whether you have a good communication skills or not. And though you have 90% mark, they along with that, they just see your language ability, language fluency, whether you are good in communication skills. If you are good in that, definitely you will get a good job. There is no doubt. So wherever you go, that language which comes with you, as we can say, wherever you go, your education comes with you. Likewise, if you have a good communication skills, you can be cope up with anyone all over the world, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Thank
can
you
I have
so
a
much.
word with you?
Yes, Shining.
I'm Lamia from Kushapur English Medium High School, Malinguru.
Okay.
Can our language be considered as an important factor in our daily life?
Factor in our daily life.
Daily life.
I didn't get it. Important factor in our
Daily life.
daily life, you mean?
Yes.
Definitely. It is an important factor. That's what I said. If the person who is sitting next to you doesn't know, our mother tongue, you can communicate with them in English, no? So if you are good enough in communication skills, you can be tackled any situations for that matter. According to me, as you're all school children, so according to me, English is very, very much needed in our day-to-day life. Okay, whenever you get a chance, try your maximum to develop your language to the goal. Okay?
Thank you, teacher.
Is it time, students? Any questions or shall we wind up the session?
Teacher.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello?
I'm Neeraj from SESE Pallimukapaya.
Not clear. I'm sorry, it's not clear. Who's this?
I'm Neeraj from SESE Pallimukapaya.
Yes, Neeraj, but it is not clear, Neeraj. Can I-
Ma'am, my question is,
Oh,
hello?
yes.
Hello?
Yes, Neeraj, you proceed. Proceed, ma'am.
Is language an academic subject or a practical skill?
Language?
Is language an academic subject or a practical skill?
Academic subject? Not clear. Can you make it a little clear, ma'am?
Ma'am, is language a practical skill?
I didn't get it, Neeraj. I didn't get it.
Hello?
Yes, Neeraj, I didn't get it, ma'am. Not clear. Voice is not clear.
Is language an academic subject or a practical skill?
It is an academic. It is an academic. Yes. It's not only for a practical session, but it is an academic for both, I can say. For both.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, shall we wind up the session, children?
Teacher,
Yes.
how can we improve our grammar to talk proper?
How can we improve our grammar?
Yes, teacher.
You have to practice grammar, as you all know, children, because you're all studying grammar daily, no? Is prescribed in your syllabus. It is not. So grammar is very much needed. It comes together with the communication skills, I can say. If you have a good communication skills. Otherwise, we commit blunders. You know, when you're supposed to speak with others, we commit blunders if you are not good in grammar. Okay, so nowadays we have more grammar books and all. Okay, practice that. Practice the maximum and speak English without committing grammatical. You have to practice. As you're all children, no? Yeah, when you go for higher classes, you will be good in grammar, don't worry.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your interactive session. Now it is time to try to assemble and enjoy the session. Let's invite Bhumika M of St. Matthew's HS Purur for word of thanks. Bhumika, please.
Yes. Dear respected dignitaries on the gallery, gratitude will send each of our
Teacher,
Let Bhagya sing a song.
yes, teacher. I invite Bhagya SB of Government VHSS Parshala to sing a song for us. Please, Bhagya.
പൊന്നിൻ ചിങ്ങപ്പൂവേ നിന്നെ കണ്ടു പൊൻപൂവേ ഇനി നീയാണെന്റെ തോഴി അത്തം വരുന്നേ പൊന്നോണം വരുന്നേ നീ വാ കൂടെ വാ എന്നത്ത കളത്തിൽ വിരുന്നുവാ പൊന്നിൻ ചിങ്ങപ്പൂവേ നിന്നെ കണ്ടു പൊൻപൂവേ ഉത്രാടത്തിൻ രാത്രിയിൽ നീലാവുളിയിൽ പാതിരാത്തെന്നലിൽ നീ മയങ്ങി പരിമളമായി നീ ഉണരുകില്ലേ നീ വാ കൂടെ വാ എന്നത്ത കളത്തിൽ വിരുന്നുവാ പൊന്നിൻ ചിങ്ങപ്പൂവേ നിന്നെ കണ്ടു പൊൻപൂവേ തിരുവോണാതിഥിയായി നീ എത്തുമ്പോൾ മാവേലി തമ്പുരാനെ സ്തുതി പാടി വരവേൽക്കാൻ നീ മറക്കരുതേ നീ വാ കൂടെ വാ എന്നത്ത കളത്ത് വിരുന്നുവാ പൊന്നിൻ ചിങ്ങപ്പൂവേ നിന്നെ കണ്ടു പൊൻപൂവേ ഇനി നീയാണെന്റെ തോഴി അത്തം വരുന്നേ പൊന്നോണം വരുന്നേ അത്തം വരുന്നേ പൊന്നോണം വരുന്നേ അത്തം വരുന്നേ പൊന്നോണം വരുന്നേ. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you. Now, let's invite Bhumika M. of St. Matthew's HS Pariyur for vote of thanks. Welcome, Bhumika.
Dear respected dignitaries on the gallery, gratitude wells in each of our hearts. First of all, in the name of all students here, I thank the coordinators of this monthly meetup. Especially thank the master brain who put forward the suggestion to have such a gathering. And now I thank our dear respected AEO, Deva Pradeep sir, for making yourself available for us and inaugurating today's essay. And also I am thanking our chief guest, Mrs. Deepa. Thank you, ma'am, for stirring our minds and our thoughts, also for helping us to come out from the fear of English language study. I am attending this class for my first time. My friends who participated in this previous session told me how precious it is. My opinion is this class is very, very interesting to me, and also you ma'am said that importance of reading skills, communication skills, etc. I think this class is I can develop my English language using this. A sincere thank to literature teacher and all other teachers here, and all my friends from different schools who led this informative learning program from the beginning. Once again, a big thanks to all.
Thank you, Bhumika. This is really a wonderful